Hey guys, it's me, man. So I'm bringing you guys some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In the last episode, we found out that Lana Sky in the Joe Darke killings, the SL9 case, she forged evidence. Can you believe it? So we found out the truth of the murder that happened at 5:15, but found out that Bruce Goodman could have been killed much earlier than that. And in today's episode, we are going to find more evidence. And yeah, let's get into it. Man, last episode was long. I mean, like I went in. I probably would have split into two parts by now. So yeah, last episode was like madness. It was. I love the trials. They're my favorite part of the game. So much stuff happens in them. It's like so. You have to do internally all that he deserved. He did deserve it, but you don't. Sometimes you just, sometimes you just gotta believe in the law, man. You gotta believe that justice will prevail. Bad people are bad, but not everybody's good at hiding their tracks. You just gotta get enough evidence, even if it's small evidence. Enough small evidence will make a big pile of evidence. So, you can kill someone. You can stop someone from killing any more people. Neil Marshall died. Joe Darke tried to kill me. What? He tried to kill you? Officer Marshall's brother Neil was only trying to save me. So that means you... Yes. I was a witness in the Joe Darke trial. I didn't see that one coming. How did you not know? How could you not know? That's silly. It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year too. That's another link. That's another link between this trial and the SL9 case. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished. Now I'm hungry. Now you mentioned dinner, now I'm hungry. This terrified man came bursting into the office. Joe Darke. It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecution Marshall showed up. Jake Marshall's brother? Yes, we know that. Thanks, Phoenix. But before he could, Marshall tackled him. Then, what happened? I'll never forget it. Lightning struck and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window. Outside the window, lightning was lighting up the office for an instant. What I saw then burned the permanent picture in my mind. I can see it now. A permanent picture? I don't remember the moment when Darke stabbed Mr. Marshall, so you weren't able to testify about that. No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why Lana was she made up the crime. Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence? The prosecutor's office wanted the guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it. He probably didn't even know. He couldn't have known. He was being given false evidence. Yeah, I don't think he would have known. I mean, he prides himself in his work. I don't think Edgeworth is the kind of person to do that. I think like they were like, here, Edgeworth, here's this nice little concise evidence here. Use it. It's clearly not bogus in any kind of way. And Edgeworth's like, all right, let's use it. Now it makes Edgeworth look bad, as I said in the last episode, because he used false evidence, and considering that all the rumors about him are floating around all over the place, just makes him look even worse. He can't prove that he didn't, forge evidence, so he's kind of in trouble. Darke knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife. Neil Marshall stabbed right in the front of this poor girl. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently, I passed out. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms. Poor Emma, you've been through so much. I couldn't bring myself to testify about that incident. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. 2 years ago, you must have been 14. That's understandable. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies and find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way, Lana would never have to forge any. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. Something that still bothers me about that crime. So, because she couldn't get the words out, she couldn't testify about that specific moment. She was kind of useless. She was kind of useless to the prosecutor because they couldn't prove that Darke, because she was the eyewitness. She was a key witness, and she could have said something that would have sent Joe Darke definitely to jail. But because she couldn't say anything, and all she could do was draw a picture, Lana had to forge the evidence in order to put him in jail. So I guess Emma kind of blames herself for the situation Lana's in right now. Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but being chased by a prosecutor. Oh, there's no mystery there. Joe Darke had been taken in for questioning that day. Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police? Of course, this happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office. Why did you run all the way over to your sister's office? Because the detective office and the questioning room are right across from the elevator. Across from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she? No, silly. Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. She was the best in the entire force. What? That's news to me. Dude, did you not read the case file? It says it there. It says it in the case file. She was one of the detectives, along with Damon Gant. Fuck. Will I ever get that name right? I'd better have a talk with her. Yep, we better go talk to her. Man, you do not read the bloody... You do not read... Did you not read it thoroughly? It says it there. She was one of the head detectives. Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble. Falsifying evidence. I didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we? But Lana, if you're wrong and it's a person who might be found guilty, believe me, I understand the risk. Lana, Emma told me about you. About how you were a detective 2 years ago, and how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me in on the details, especially about the unusual change of jobs? I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. Yes, I do. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. Evidence from that case was stolen, I suspect as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be. That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believe in you, Lana. I believe that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth. I couldn't be helped, Emma. At the trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Well, Interesting choice of words there. At 15:15, there was no murder at the police department. Tell me it's not true, Lana, what the witness, Miss Starr, said. What about stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife? Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me. This doesn't involve just me. What does she mean by that? 2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Darke. Second command? That means the chief detective was no doubt Damon Gant. I said it right that time. Yes. Yes, Detective Gant and I shared the same office. That's a cool ass pose. And the same investigations. They even have the same office. Listen to that. The same office. Listen to that. That's important. We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman was whose case it was Jake Marshall and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Darke was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. This was when the last murder took place, when he tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Darke. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. No, you tell us. Damon Grant and the prosecutor Marshall were the ones questioning Darke that day. The investigation was in its final stages when Darke must have panicked. He waited for Gant and Marshall let their guards down, then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Detective Grant and myself. That's where he found me. So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana? It appeared so. I was filling some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Darke. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor, and I smelled blood. 3 bodies? Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out. The suspect, Joe Darke. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Darke had incurred a minor concussion and lay on I was like, final blow was like, oh, he killed him? I swear he went to jail. No, he was executed. I was like, I swear, like that was kind of weird. That was kind of a weird wording there. But like the final blow of like the last thing he could have done is not the shit out of the guy, so he couldn't have hurt Emma. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. Can't blame her. After all, her sister must have gone through. After that, I placed Darke under immediate arrest. It's true, I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing. They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together. I want to see CSI Phoenix Wright starring Chief Gant and Lana Skye. I want to see that. It'll be like Castle, maybe not like Castle. Actually, Castle's kind of crap. Maybe like what are those shows on the Alibi channel? I don't know. Los Angeles 5-0. Or Los Angeles / Japan 5-0, maybe. I don't know. He became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office. Maybe I should ask. Just let me get this straight. You were all involved in this SL9 incident. That's right, quite a coincidence. I don't buy it. What are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident just by chance. But that case was solved 2 years ago. At least one person. We've seen all the bloody links. Bloody Marshall said his actions were because of of how the SL9 case came to be. You are the suspect of a murder case that has to do with SL9. Damon Gant was one of the chief detectives of SL9, and now he's the chief of police. There are so many links here, I don't even think I have to point them out. I already pointed out 3, but there's so many links. This can't be by chance. Too much chance, man. All the people involved in this crime were involved in the SL9 case, and it's time for us to prove it. I don't see Detective Gumshoe anywhere. Things seem quiet around here. You're right. The head of the department seems the same though. Why don't we go look for someone else to talk to? Maybe. What if we talk about What? Hold on a second. I want to talk to the guy at the desk. Let's see if we can talk to him. That man must be head detective. Staring on screens. What? Dark case may have been fabricated. That's what I thought all along. I just never bothered to tell anyone. Now there's a guy who cares about his work. Truly. I mean, like, I'd be on like YouTube if I had a desk job. I'd be on like YouTube 100% of the time, watching my videos, innit? Howdy, Bambina. Oh, Mr. Marshall. I never thought things would turn out this way when I woke up this morning. Que sera, sera. You never know where your life will lead you, eh, Bambina? I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy's dad dried up this morning. What's Billy? Must be his pet cactus. Say, where you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go into the evidence room today, partner. But Mr. Marshall, why did you do it? Why do prospectors head west? If ever there's a case I needed to know the truth about it, it was that one. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened? Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. Oh, sorry. I pressed the wrong button. Let's talk about the Darke trial. Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon. The murder weapon? You mean the switchblade knife with the broken tip? How did he get that? Like, no. Okay, so he came in probably like they told him to come in because they wanted to talk to him, but they knew he was a thing, so they were trying to. They knew he was the serial killer, so they were trying to get anything that they could out of him. So that means he could have come into the prosecutor's office with no, not the prosecutor's office, the police department, or the prosecutor's office or the police department, wherever it was. He could have come into the wherever it was with a switchblade knife, possibly, but yeah, it probably was the prosecutor's office. No. Yeah, it was a prosecutor's office because what's his name? Neil Marshall. He received the King of blah blah blah's report thing. The facts have been forged. Evidence. The case left behind scars on all of us. There are scars that the SL9 incidents left behind. What do you mean by scars? There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. Miss Starr was fired and I was demoted and boxed away in the tanner room. What about Detective Goodman? If they did not summon him, the commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be obvious. They? Who are you talking about? Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean, Damon Gant and Lana Sky. What have they got to do with this? Chief Detective Damon Gant and his second command, Lana Sky. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard that deal. That case was the big step in both their careers. After that case ended, Lana was transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah, Damon Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She never been the same since she left. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Sky was totally different when she was a detective. Now that you mentioned it, Emma says that as well. Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out. Not a secret. It all started 2 years ago. I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the. He doesn't look so bad. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I had just been made a detective when it went down. It was our first case together. How old was he, your brother? He was 27 at the time. He was awarded with the highest honor that very day. The highest honor? So you mean King of Prosecutors? Not that again. That's more important than you think it is. What are you looking at me for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother. The day the SL9 incident took place, that wasn't the same day as. That's right. Oh crap! This is. I think I saw it. This is when the King of Prosecutors. Well, you kind of can figure out yourself. It was drizzling that morning, but the night fell. But the night fall, there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years have gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die. Apparently, someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. So, there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? It was certainly enlightening. There's one thing for sure. I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth is my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Grant. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't be a patrolman after today. Too bad I won't be around to work with you when you become a real scientific investigator. Adios, Bambina. See you later, space cowboy. Well, not necessarily space cowboy, but you know what I mean. Anyway, that's the end of Marshall. See you, dude. You will be missed. See you later, cowboy. Where do I need to go now? Criminal affairs. Oh, fake. I've already been here. Have I already been here? No, I haven't been here. Place knows it. Blah blah. Oh, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room. Huh? Thanks. Wow, you actually talked to us. With the chief prosecutor saying that what she did and the decision about what to do about Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media and tomorrow's trial, there's more chaos going around than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. I think festive is the word usually used for those. So we'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office. Just head across the hall to the other building. Take the elevator to the top floor. Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits. Now I see where. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief office. We can completely disregard what you just said and go to the chief office. Wow, he's got an organ straight there. Wow, that's cool. I want an organ. Whoa, where am I? In the chief office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door. Check it out, a pipe organ. That's real, isn't it? Hey, I used to take organ lessons in a kindergarten. They used to call me Little Miss Bach. I thought I was a genius until... That is loud. I can never remember where C was. Huh? Sup, Gant? Chief Gant. He put that paper he was reading in his desk. So, Mr. Wright, have you been swimming lately? No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. I get what is with his guy and the bloody swimming, bruv? I don't want to swim, thanks. Bro, I have to get a statement. Oh, you mean about the false evidence? 2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there? That picture of Lana, Neil, and me. High definition as well. So, there's something on the corner there. I'm not sure what it was. Anyway, we took it to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. I can't quite put my finger on it. Yeah, something's not right with this picture as well. Anyway, I like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to look up here, so let's go out together. Oh, but this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? The case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate anymore. All the same, we still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend. Wow, this guy's got a brush. It looks like we aren't welcome. Seems that the case isn't over yet. After all, he's trying to hide something. Gant denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. You mean like a clue? There's got to be a way we could get inside his office. There must be, because it wouldn't make sense if we didn't have the ability to go in there. So let's go back in the criminal affairs department. Hey, pal. You left the gumshoe. Were you in a meeting? I was taking a breather. My feet hurt from sitting so long in the meetings. Actually, I had to serve everyone coffee. Best job ever. Say, have either of you seen Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecution office. It's almost like the battles between you two are court. That sounds serious. Because of my sister said that falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood. Well, most of Japan or Los Angeles, as this game wants to make us think it is. But anyway, let's talk to him. Edgeworth's crisis. But why would Edgeworth be blamed? Like, it's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Lana Sky is guilty party here, isn't she? Sorry, Emma. Regardless, the prosecutor is responsible for the evidence he presents in court. Not only that, but but as you know, there have been a lot of rumors been going around about Mr. Edgeworth. Those who don't like him have been able to do anything because of his amazing talent as a prosecutor. But now with this, are there really so many people who hate him? In our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only had that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know of for making enemies. It's kind of a harsh truth. It's kind of a lot of shows do this. No, like this is something that I find it was similar in Persona 4 with Naoto's story. If you don't know who Naoto is, just look it up. In Persona 4, Naoto, she's a, well, yeah, I'm spoiling it here, but I might as well say it anyway. Naoto, she's a young detective, and she's a promising young detective. She has a lot of talent, but the people the people who are already there, the detectives, are jealous because she's so talented. She fixes all these problems and stuff. So you know they get jealous, and therefore they don't trust her as much, and she makes some enemies. And that goes into whole character development of her want to becoming grown up, and also her want to become more of a man. Let's keep it like that. Because the first time you meet Naruto, you think she's a guy, but she's actually a girl. I never realized that Emma was the girl. That's when he left the most incriminating evidence at all. Well, what was it? Let's see. I think that's something to do with the murder weapon. Before I forget, we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory. Good idea. But first of all, let's talk about Darke's crimes. Joe Darke was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just a run-of-the-mill businessman. A businessman? What made him take serial killing? One day, on his way to home, he hit someone with his car. So it was an accident. An accident, yes, but it transformed into an animal. An animal? He killed the man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed a lady a kid walked in. I can't read this shit as much. A drug came up on the scene and was killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in. Seems a pretty cursed animal. So basically, it went from one thing to another. He killed someone with he hit someone with the car, killed the person. He killed one of the witnesses, killed another witness, and then killed another witness, and then killed another witness, and then killed another witness, until he'd killed enough people, and then it just spiraled out of control. Ladies and gentlemen, don't kill anyone, please. It'd be nice if you didn't kill anyone. For everyone's sake. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but fortunately he was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that the last witness wasn't killed. The last witness? It must mean Emma. Anyway, we need to jog his memory, and we have to go into the present file, and we have to show him the switchblade knife. About this. Hey, don't tell me that's. It's a tag attached to with the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in the locker. On the day Detective Goodman's murder, this suddenly disappeared from the locker. It was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler. That's it! Now I remember what the incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me. What is it? This knife. It's Joe Darke's, wasn't it? That's right. We traced it back to a store he brought it at, and it had his fingerprints on it too. But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken. Well, anyway, you guess where the broken tip of the knife was found. That what did him in. Where was it? The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. It was found deep inside the stab wound. It did match Darke's knife. You bet, down in the last fiber. That's pretty conclusive. Okay, so we got 2 pieces of evidence that were updated because of that. What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant. It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. So it was here. So it is in the police department. I got it wrong again. Have a look around. Is that okay? Well, any detective ID card can unlock the door. What, really? But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust. Breach of trust. Simply put, I'd be canned. Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's. That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died. Oh. So in other words, Detective Gumshoe is the only chance of getting into that office. I wonder if there's something we could show him that might change his mind. What might change his mind? What might change his mind? Let's have a look. Well, wait. There was something that was off about this photo. If we look at it, look at this pot. Look at this. I don't even know what that. No, that's part of the thing. I think. Yeah, that's part of the soldier here in the armor. I mean, there's also something up with the with this thing here. We're gonna talk about that later. But look at the plot. Doesn't that look familiar to you? It looks exactly like this pot, the unstable jar. So maybe if we show him this. About that jar, I've seen it before somewhere. Somewhere? Or maybe it's one of the memories people you have from their previous lives. Something about it makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the chief's office and he's yelling at me. Chief Gant? Where could I been seen that before? You've seen that before, so no, he's not gonna help us. So we have to go to wherever we need to go. But I'm gonna end up the video here, guys. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. And until next time, this has been Mainline Action. Signing out. Peace.